What's up guys, it's OnPix here bringing you my very first video on LostArk, things that you could do before Valtan releases. I know it's kind of last minute here, Valtan's already out in 1 week, but these are all things that you probably already heard from other content creators or you already know but kind of just put on the back burner. I'm here to remind you about them or even tell you about them if by chance you haven't heard about them already, so that you can get them done before Valtan releases next week. All right guys, this first one is going to be super simple. It's going to be how you can get your DPS up last minute here before Valtan releases. I know everyone's been super stressed about getting that eye level, but eye level is very, very minimal when it comes to your DPS. It is a very, very small increase in your DPS compared to the other things that I'm going to be talking about. Number one here is going to be making sure your combat stats are allocated correctly. I don't know all of the allocations for all the different classes, so make sure you look them up depending on what build you're going for, but making sure those combat stats are allocated correctly. Having your engravings set how you need them doesn't really mean much if you don't have your combat stats allocated properly, so make sure you do that first. After that, one that everyone forgets about is actually going to be skill points here. I've put this on the back burner for so long, but it's so much DPS just waiting for you. Once you get more skill points, you're able to get abilities to level 11, or, you know, if by chance somehow you're at level 6, you're already level 12, but also getting more abilities to level 10 and getting more tripods on those abilities that you get to level 10. So it's tons and tons of damage that you're missing out on if you don't have those skill points. I'm still missing out on a ton of them, but there are some very, very easy ones that you can knock out before Valtan releases if you haven't started working on them already. The next one I am very, very guilty of putting on the back burner, and it's going to be your runes here. I know this isn't going to be the easiest to crank out before Valtan releases, and honestly you might not hit it before Valtan releases, even if you start working on it now, because a few of these are locked behind time gates or RNG drops, but who knows, you might get lucky on those RNG drops and you might boost your DPS by quite a bit by getting these runes on your character. So farm your runes, figure out which ones you need, and start doing those farms ASAP. Okay, and then the last one here to get your DPS up last minute before Valtan is going to be tripods. Okay, tripods are super important for getting your DPS up. Now you want to have your tripods at level 4 for your main damage abilities. So you can see my Doomsday right here. Magic amplification is going to be my hardest hitting tripod for this skill, so I want to get that tripod to level 4 if I can. This actually isn't my Doomsday. There's my Doomsday. Level 4. I got it to level 4. My other hard-hitting abilities, you know, if you have them at level 3, that's perfectly fine for Valtan. Level 4, if you could hit it. We're going to have level 5 here coming soon with Valtan. So, you know, it's not a rush to get 4 right now, because you might be able to skip it if you get lucky with Valtan. But super, super important. So make sure you guys work on these to get your DPS up before Valtan releases so that you could get into those groups. All right guys, number 2 here is going to be things that you could invest on before Valtan releases, whether you plan on defeating Valtan yourself and want to stock up on necessities like HP potions or battle potions, or you want to try flipping a bit of cash, invest in these items now and then sell them when Valtan gets released. I have a few of them bookmarked here on the market. These are going to be the battle potions that everyone's going to be looking for. The Panacea, Sacred Charm, they're pretty much 100% necessity for completing Valtan. So I could only imagine they're going to go up a bit during the Valtan release. People are going to use these and be buying them from the market, as well as the HP potions, especially the Elemental HP potions and the Splendid HP potions. They're going to go up. If you're able to craft these and then sell them, that's going to be the best way to do it. Or if you have some cash just sitting, invest in them now and then sell them later once Valtan gets released. The honor shards themselves, they're eventually going to go up. I don't think they're going to go up immediately after the Valtan release, but you could start to see them gradually go up as people are able to make the gear throughout the coming weeks here. And then Powder of Sage is going to be my #1 item to see kind of skyrocket here. Level 5 tripods are coming here with this release, and you're going to need the Powder of Sage in order to upgrade your tripods, and that's just going to skyrocket. I think it's going to go up. I've invested in it. All my leftover cash is going to go into Powder of Sage, and I'm hopefully going to make a few K here. Some other items to invest that I would steer away from, I'm going to let you know right now, are going to be the other honing material items, the Guardian Stones and Destruction Stones. You could kind of see that they're on this upward trend right now, but I think they're going to crash. Everybody's finally hitting that eye level that they need, and they're going to dump all of their extra crystals back into the market, and it's going to go down. My prediction is it's going to go down just a couple days before Valtan. So although it went down a couple, you know, it went down, what is that, I'm doing math here, 0.15. Okay, it went down 1.5 in the past day here. Then you know, I think it's gonna go up a bit, and then it's gonna crash a couple days before Valtan goes down. It's kind of an inevitable. It happened during Argos. It's gonna happen right now for Valtan. So I would steer clear away from these crystals, as well as the leap stones too. I think it's gonna be the exact same trend. They're gonna be going up right now, but as soon as Valtan hits, you know, everyone has their eye level, or they didn't beat the rush to get the eye level on time, so they're just going to dump all the extra mats, and the price is going to go down. All right, guys, #3 here is going to be something that you've probably heard a lot of streamers talking about right now, and that's going to be getting your rest bonus up before the release here. It's not 100% necessity to do this, but it's kind of that Hail Mary shot right here to get your rest bonus up. It's going to allow you to get a few more chances at getting the artifact jewelry, which could bring you in a lot, and I mean a lot of extra cash if you get lucky. So make sure that you are stocking up on that rest bonus here, especially on chaos dungeons. Guardian raids, not necessarily. Your chances of getting artifact jewelry in Guardian raids is super low, but you could also do it in Guardian raids if you wish. The other things that you should be stocking up as far as in-game content goes, and I'm not talking about items, I'm talking about other things here, are going to be your keys from the Chaos line in South Vern. Those are going to be these keys right here, the tokens of protection, sorry. So the tokens of protection allow you to get into the South Vern Chaos line. That's going to be this dungeon right here in South Vern. With the release of Valtan, they're going to start a hard mode for that Chaos line. It's supposed to use the same key as the previous one, so stock up on those keys now. Don't use them on the regular dungeon, and wait to use them on the hard mode dungeon, which has even better rewards. The last thing that I'm going to tell you to stock up on and stop using right now is going to be your Rift Fragments. These things right here at the top of my screen, I have 7,000 of them right now. Stop using them on secret maps for Punica, because secret maps are going to be coming out for South Vern, and they're going to have even more materials, and you'll even have a chance at getting an artifact secret map, which is even more loot. So keep your Rift Fragments. Don't use them on Punica right now. Hold them for this week, and let them loose once South Vern comes out, because you could be making some good materials then. All right, guys, #4 here is going to be that you guys make sure to find a group to defeat Valtan before the actual release. Valtan is going to be a step up from Argos, and it's going to help you a lot if you're able to communicate with people. Make sure you guys find a group, whether that's on my Discord or on the LostArk Discord. Chat up with people, find a group to get it done. It's going to save you a lot of heartache, and it's also going to save you a lot of resources. If you're able to communicate with people, you're going to use less resources and save a lot of gold. So save your gold, find a group, and have some fun defeating Valtan. All right, guys, #5 here is going to be a bit cliche, but it's going to be to make sure you guys are having fun with this update. They're throwing a lot at us. Valtan, the Chaos Dungeons, Chaos Line, Descaluda. I didn't even talk about Descaluda much, But throughout it all, make sure you're having fun. Valtan's just going to be a small peak compared to what they're going to throw at us in the future for LostArk. The game's going in a positive direction, so just make sure you're having fun along the ride. Don't stress too much if you didn't hit that eye level. You don't have to rush like everyone else is doing. Have fun, guys. That's all there is to it. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for my first video here. I know it wasn't perfect, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I threw something at you that you probably put on the back burner like I know I did, or even something that you may not have heard from other content creator. Nonetheless guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more LostArk videos from me. I'm gonna be shooting out a whole video on my thoughts and experiences for the Valtan release, maybe even a guide if you guys are interested in that. Also check out my stream. I'll be streaming the whole day of release for some awesome Valtan content. But besides that, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you when I see you.